Are we gonna get the first round?
We do it at that part. What's up, guys? It's SUAVE, and you're watching Graphic Time.
All right, bro. Man, like I always say, this is a lot of planning. I feel like we talked about this like a couple of months ago, you know what I'm saying? And now we're finally here, bro. We're finally sitting down. We're finally getting in it.
Yeah.
So we're just going to start with just open up with you just telling us about who you are, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, just give us like a quick rundown about EXO.
Well, I'm SUAVE. I'm from Dallas. And I do music. I'm independent. I got a home studio.
Thanks.
I got, I work with some expensive equipment, and I engineer my own vocals.
Yeah, so you doing all of it, like producing and the rapping aspect, like
the whole thing.
Yeah, bro. I feel like that's a lot of people nowadays. Is a lot of people are not like going into like where we're in right now, like a studio. They just buy a couple of equipment, you know what I'm saying, at home and just like start doing it themselves, engineering themselves, producing themselves and stuff of that nature.
How old are you?
Yeah.
17.
17.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
At 17, I don't know if I didn't have no like, you know what I'm saying? I
was trying to do what I can with what I could, but dang, 17, that's what's up, man.
Exactly. That's another part.
When would you say you started like making music?
At like 13 or 12. 12.
12. And what was like the first type of music that you kind of was creating around that time?
Probably just like, I don't know, like just the hip hop remixes and stuff. Chief Keef remixes, just on type beats.
Okay, yeah.
Drake type beats.
Kind of getting your feet wet, just type thing, yeah.
Did you start rapping, or did you start like engineering or producing? What did you start doing first?
I started producing beats first, and then learning how to engineer after that.
Facts. That's dope. So you got into engineering first before you actually was like full on like rapping and things of that nature.
Yeah, I started on like cheap programs, free programs like Audacity and stuff.
Facts.
Then I looked up stuff on YouTube and started learning how to engineer from the ear.
Yeah. Now, do your family have like a background in music? Is like that the reason why you went out there? Like, what made you decide to?
I like my cousin online, Deontay. He like beats, and he put me on to making beats. And also, my dad used to even rap, and I like looking at rappers a lot.
Yeah. So you just kind of like knew, like.
Yeah. Facts.
I feel that. Man, you have like a really interesting story. We're gonna touch all of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on. Because I feel like you're definitely a representation of a lot of up and coming rappers nowadays. Now they're using every avenue they have at their disposal to necessarily push what they want to do, push their creative, and art. I think when we were coming up, people were doing that, and they had the dream and the idea to do that, but no one were really out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now I see more and more, you say you're 17, I see more and more like young artists who are coming up and rapping and things, taking more initiative and using all their resources really to try to like put their music out there. Let's just start with the first thing that you knew, like, okay, I'm good at this. This is something like I'm gonna keep doing. Like, what was like that first song or the first trigger for you like this to really like, okay, I'm gonna really go ahead?
It was when I started first getting like my first few thousand views, 50,000 views.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I started learning how to produce, mix better, engineer it better.
Thanks.
And it just like sounded better, and everybody liked my music. People who would drive down the street listening to my music and stuff.
Yeah.
I would hear it. Yeah.
And did you like study more, or was you just in the studio just working on your weaknesses every time and getting better?
I was just always in the studio, just every day.
Yeah.
When I get home, just do another song, and then they'll like it. Like kind of go viral around the city, the school. Get popular around the school.
Thanks. So your first like scene of like success or necessarily fame was in your school and like in your hometown itself.
Yeah.
How crazy was that for you? Was that like a like super duper like did people start like coming at you like, hey bro, let's hop on the beat, like, you know what I'm saying, like in your DMs type thing?
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of school, I know you got one song called "I Got Expelled," and
yeah,
the energy in that song is pretty crazy. But
Yeah.
I kind of want to like elaborate on like what was the reason, but like what was behind that song?
I just got kicked out for just like bad behavior, man.
Yeah.
I kept getting kicked out.
You was teed up with that song, so I was like, damn.
Yeah.
You on your 10-day stuff.
I was on my
You know?
Yeah.
Facts. Is there any rappers that you necessarily looked at while you was like necessarily gaining success, getting attention, that you was kind of like trying to like model your next move after, you know what I'm saying, or move into?
Yeah, Chief Keef, Drake, Young Thug. I was listening to all of them.
Right. So what is it about? What is it about like Chief Keef, Drake, and them? Like what is it about them that caught your eye?
Man, just like how lit the music is, how lit it get people.
Yeah.
I just like the sound, the style, the fashion.
Yeah.
The fashion too.
The vibe, the
Yeah.
move. Yeah.
So even beyond like music, do you do anything else like creatively, like graphics or like videos or anything like that?
Yeah, I used to do editing, videos, video editing with software, and also like I also draw. I do art, and I'm working on that with cover art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With singles.
Facts. So you have this new tape you just dropped.
It's self-titled.
Self-titled. Oh, Exos. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's your name. That's why I was trying to think of the name. I was like, what is the name of the tape? But you dropped her recent tape, and like the transition. The thing that I love about it the most is between every song flowed into the next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you make all your beats.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
All the beats.
So was that like an intentional thing? Like was that like something you was like, okay, I'm gonna try to make all my beats kind of flow into one another, or was this like you say, or was it like you came home? Or, you know what I'm saying? How did that happen? Like what was kind of like
it was
process?
like a rundown on the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just came home and then just made a beat. Just waiting late and then make another beat, try, make different versions. The album had 2 versions. I had to scrap another one because I didn't like how it sounded.
Thanks.
And I had to redo it, so it took another year. I had to wait a whole year and then drop an album. Working on it every day.
I remember because at the time we had like a few songs. We were just trying to like figure out what you wanted to get out on the tape.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So do you like really take your time when you try to like, I guess, pick your trend, like the way you want the songs to transition and flow?
Yeah, a lot of time. Like I stay up late, man. Sometimes I don't even sleep.
Yeah, dang. That's the kind of work ethic that got to go into it, right? Though that makes a lot of sense. In the sense of like you say, how many months did it take for that one tape? Like, cause I know with a lot of time and hours in it, but I wouldn't know like time frame.
Probably like a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
Do you think the year and a half made a really, really difference to what it would sound like if you'd have dropped it like say 2 months or something?
Yeah, it wouldn't have sounded good, like, cause I was still evolving my sound.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was still evolving all of that and working with, and then getting new equipment.
Right.
Just buying new stuff.
Yeah. It's the plot.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought it up, because I was like, the tape doesn't sound like a couple of months. It doesn't sound like a week. Our generation, including all of us, I feel like we try to get things out fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's such a fast time frame. Like everything is like we want to keep up, I guess, with artists like Chief Keef and like Drake. You know what I'm saying? When they make a quick turnaround, we kind of want to feel like the same way.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we don't have all the resources and stuff. So taking that time really does make a difference. As far as taking that time, I know there was a lot that happened between that time, you know what I'm saying, that process of getting there. Because I kind of want to just talk a little bit about that, like the ups and downs, the woes. You know what I'm saying? Did you have some ups and downs or woes? Did you lose tracks? Did you know what I'm saying? Tracks didn't make it?
Yeah, like sometimes it'll crash, programs will crash and stuff. I have some problems. I didn't like the sound or something.
Yeah.
Equipment will mess up.
Yeah.
So I just saving up, getting professional equipment.
Facts.
About how many songs did you say you made during the time you was creating this tape?
Like 50, 60. A
And
lot.
It's only how many songs on the mixtape? Like SUAVE or
no, it's like 20, right?
20? Yeah.
22, 21, something like that.
So you still got songs in the stash that didn't even like make the cut necessarily.
Yeah.
And you made all the beats for all of those too?
Yeah, all the beats.
I
made all.
It is. Going off. No. That's dope as hell though, because I mean, I think a lot of people strive to be in that realm, like where they're making like 50 songs of 50 beats, you know what I'm saying? But not a lot of people actually do it and like actually see it through. So
and at the same time, make it sound very good.
Exactly, bro.
It's cool that you can kind of capture all those aspects at the same time.
Yeah.
With the music.
Now, where did you want to learn like mixing and different things? Where's that knowledge coming from?
Just YouTube and just feeling it, just trying to get into it, just thinking from the mind, just using common sense and stuff, just using stories about mixing and stuff, equipment.
Yeah,
learning that from just YouTube. YouTube helps a lot.
Facts. So mostly YouTube was like the teacher. It wasn't like you went to school for this or you sought out any help. It was just like, I'm going to look this up, like how to make this better.
And then I started thinking about it from my mind, playing with certain plugins and stuff.
Facts. Now, moving forward with the process and everything, how important to you, like, do you feel like, of you trusting that process of a year? Because I know you probably had people in your ear. You say you had, you know what I'm saying, success in your school. So I know people were hitting you up like, hey, when the tape won't drop or when the next song won't drop. So like, how do you stay focused as, you know what I'm saying, as a young up and coming artist, you know what I'm saying? How do you stay focused and say, okay, no, I'm taking my time. It's not ready yet.
I was always doing this. Sometimes I had to find time because I was be at school. Yeah. So I just decided to do homeschool.
Facts.
So I can just work on it all day, every day.
Facts.
I wouldn't even do the work, just work on it every day, all day.
Man, that's smart.
Yeah. Just go home, But so there was a choice by you. There wasn't like COVID or anything. There was
it was a year before COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
That's crazy.
I was already homeschooled.
Facts.
So is there anybody that you would say that in this area that you kind of would like to work with?
No, I don't really be even hearing about a lot of artists in the area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just be working by myself. I used to work with just people I live by.
Do you like working by yourself better?
No, I just never really gave it a try.
Yeah.
Like I never really tried working with other artists in the area. I didn't really hit them up.
Yeah. So it was just kind of like I want to do this type thing. It wasn't like
not
waiting nobody.
I'm like waiting till like next year. Next year to try to get into collabs.
Okay. Now was that a strategic choice by you? Was that like I want to in-house myself to kind of like I guess your sound and everything? Was that kind of like your choice by?
Yeah, that was my choice.
Okay. So there wasn't like almost like a happenstance or anything. It was like you decided like, oh, I'm gonna stay in house. That's really smart. I mean, a lot of artists do a lot of collabs, and I feel like a lot of times they lose their sound or they start to sound like others. Yeah, and you definitely have a very unique sound to you, like your beats and things that you do. Like I definitely can hear that. So that makes a lot of sense that you took that time and that effort to like in-house yourself. Yeah. Moving forward with the you got another question?
I do have a question.
Yeah. On
the social media, I have seen you on some pages like Richie South.
Right.
For instance. Would you say that you have a lot of industry connections at this age, at this point right now?
Yeah, I talked to some of them on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
And did that come when you start to see the numbers rise in your songs and things? Okay. Yeah. Well, and what was I for? Because like,
what you say is like the first instance you had, but maybe like someone that's in the industry.
Facts.
Just sending voice messages. So they'll like my remixes on SoundCloud. They'll like my songs on SoundCloud. And then they'll follow me on social media. Then I hit them up like, yo, I'm inspired by you. You know, it's always people that I look up to that are associated.
Man, that's pretty dope.
The same people.
And it's not necessarily artists that are, I guess, what you would call like the A-list celebs. I guess it's not even like, it's not just those artists is what I'm trying to say. It's not just those artists. It's more artists that people probably don't even like necessarily look at.
Yeah.
And do you think that also helped you propel you into to meet other people that you necessarily had on your A-list?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the trusting things and everything. Yeah. How do you think that has played in to like moving forward in your career and everything?
Like it goes, it can really help out.
Yeah.
It can really help out, you know. I'm just trying to make more and more music every day before I can drop and evolving my sound for hitting anybody up, you know, for collabs and stuff. Like really like keeping the music in and putting out snippets too on Triller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any videos lined up?
I'm working on something with Alon Deontay. He's filming something for me.
Yeah.
He's with me.
Is that for the album that you just dropped, or some new music?
Some new music for my next album.
Yeah. How is that sounding? Is that the kind of like the same? Are you going on the same basis, the same sound?
No, it's gonna evolve.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
New sound,
energy. Different. Exactly. Is there a theme that you're going with right now, or?
No, it's just like a theme. It's just like making money.
Yeah.
You know, rapping about making money and stuff.
Facts. Do you, when you look at your career and everything, like you're gaining success and like definitely I can see you going far into the music industry and things of that nature. So like, well, as you're looking at your career, is there certain goals or things in which you have set in your head that necessarily you want to reach by that certain time, or they'd already just like flowing with the go?
It's just like trying to make more money.
Yeah.
With my music.
Get the bag. Yeah. I feel that. But is there anything else besides like getting the bag, or is there anything else that like you want to see yourself doing?
Getting more attention, you know, in the world.
Yeah.
Impacting more, you know, giving people some more vibes, happy vibes, you know, feeling the vibes I'm putting out with my music. Okay.
I like that. The vibe is, I think, the key word in today's music, because I don't think many people are. We have so much music, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like nowadays, I don't think people are trying to listen to a certain genre. They're just listening for the vibe. So to hear you say you're just trying to get there, that makes a lot of sense. As far as moving forward in your career, going next, where do you see yourself like going next? Like what's next on your list?
Just dropping more music.
Yeah.
And having faith in my music that it's gonna and I have a lot of connections. It can blow.
Right.
It can blow up like
facts, yeah.
Easy. And I'm doing more shows.
Yeah.
I gotta do more shows, you know, it's gonna go crazy.
Facts. Have you thought about any like virtual shows or anything, or like?
Yeah, I've thought about it.
Facts.
I can literally do that.
Yeah.
That would go crazy.
That would. I think there's a couple of songs off your tape, bro, that really could like
literally
go crazy, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Even off the new one.
Yeah. Now, I kind of want to just talk a little bit more about your tape. It's kind of getting more into that. Now, when you have 20 songs on there, you say you made 50.
Yeah.
As far as topics go, bro, like how do you keep topics fresh? How do you keep the ideas fresh? Are you just like rapping off the dome? What is your process?
I just be freestyling and stuff. I just be freestyling a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even be writing. I just freestyle the whole thing.
Yeah. And you just like catch kind of like the vibe and sound of
the whole song.
Facts. And I mean, I personally I try to do that, but I
do that.
Yeah, I know.
That's the best way to go. It's the best way to get that fresh energy off your head. So
exactly.
It's like once you go back and listen to it, that's how you was actually feeling in the moment.
Exactly.
Versus,
I do like a mumble, a mumble type thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like I go back and rewrite the mumble out. You know what I'm saying? It's more like that because like I do agree. Like it's that vibe that you catch in that first setting. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard somebody say like it's the scoop off the top. Usually the scoop off the top is like the best surf, and then you get to the bottom, it's like kind of like nasty. So you know what I'm saying? You don't want to think too much on it. So I definitely agree. But man, I be struggling with choosing words, I guess, and choosing a subject and staying on it.
Yeah.
And so that's why I asked, how you keep that kind of like that fresh going. You know what I'm saying? Like
I just always know what to say.
Facts.
Just in the vibe.
Yeah.
In the music, I'm just in with it. I'm just flowing in. I'm floating on the beat.
Yeah. And then you making it, so you probably thinking of ideas as you're making it. You know what I'm saying?
Producer wise, who would you say you're inspired by? Your influences producers.
I like Metro Boomin, Zaytoven.
Right.
I always like Dr. Dre's beats.
Okay.
Facts.
Dre got the key.
Right.
Sure.
Do you see yourself like going into school after this, or as far as music you go? Like, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Facts. As far as like 17, I make these videos for young and up and coming artists. So as far as like a 17-year-old artist, and they came up to you and they're like, "Hey, I want to get started. Like, I want to rap. Like, what would be necessarily your advice?" You know what I'm saying? From you being 17 yourself, what would be your advice for them getting started and jumping in there?
I say work on your audience. Work on your audience. Work on getting your own equipment, better equipment.
Yeah.
Get more equipment. Learning how to engineer yourself before you like put money into going into studios.
Right.
So you can have it and work on having time to work on your music.
Yeah.
While you're in school.
Right.
Making time.
Yeah.
And being like responsible with it.
Facts.
And trying to push your music out because it's kind of hard doing it independent.
Very well. Well, I'm gonna go to that after this. But you said something about cultivating your audience, finding your audience, and kind of finding your sound. How has that like helped you? How has that like helped you in your I guess build of success and people?
It helps me a lot. It like brings in new fans, new people interested, new supporters, and I appreciate them.
Yeah. So did you drop a couple of songs and saw what songs went off and
like snippets?
Yeah. And you saw which ones went off, and that's the ones you kind of like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like that's the ones I'm like, okay, this one I should just drop.
Facts. Okay. So as far as the sound goes, you say you ever evolving. So your sound in the beginning to your sound now, like how has like the change, like as far as you like as the artist listening to your music now and listen to your music then, how has you seen like the change, the evolution?
Like the quality, the work in it, the vocal control, the different flows, learning how to switch flows, change it around, lyrics, get more free.
So Project X, do you still listen to that?
Yeah, and it's just like that's where I came from.
That was 2018, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How my sound evolved. When I wanted to sound a certain way, that's how I started to sound.
Yeah. Okay. Was that being inspired by somebody, or was that you just in the booth, kind of like in that moment?
In the moment, just sitting there, and I don't really listen to nobody else.
Facts.
It's just my music.
Facts. I relate. I don't really listen to many artists now. Like I listen to my music, and that's probably about it. Like I might go check out somebody's album. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not bumping people's music 24/7. Usually I'm bumping mine. So that makes a lot of sense. Do you think that also helps like you cultivate your sound and your audience and things?
Yeah, it helps. It helps because my flows. It's just people like my flow.
Right.
A lot of people like my flow. It keeps changing.
Fact.
New sounds every month, every day, every week. I'm in the studio.
You think that I already asked that kind of, but I'll just say that I feel like that really plays a part in your sound evolving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I really do feel like that because the reason why I asked about your sound in the beginning to your sound now is because like I know there's a lot of tracks that I go back and listen to, but even before I had my phone, because I recorded my music and stuff on my phone and stuff. So even before I had my phone and like the things I was writing, you know what I'm saying, I've seen like the evolution, but I also, like you said, I also go back for inspiration to those things and listen to those things, because even if it's not the best sound quality, you know what I'm saying, or not my best work, I still go back and listen to it for inspiration. So you
can build off that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can remake that. Have you ever remade a track or took a track that you necessarily the sound quality wasn't good on and remade it?
Yeah, I've done that a lot with my songs on older projects.
Right.
Just because I got new equipment.
Yeah.
Or I learn new methods. I go back in the project, remaster it.
Facts. So you didn't let their sound quality and like the way it was sounding to stop you from putting it out. You just went ahead and put it out.
Yeah.
Would you say within that year and a half, that's kind of the reason why you didn't drop is because you was getting the better equipment over the time?
Yeah, I was gonna finish it with that.
Okay.
Thanks. So moving right on, bro. What is the biggest thing or biggest lesson you've learned since you started to go like a year ago? You know what I'm saying? Being an artist and everything.
Well, just engineering. And waiting and holding on to music and waiting to evolve and not like putting out too much. Trying to build more of an audience with my time that I have, since I have a lot of time to work on my music and evolving my sound.
Thanks. Yeah.
Does your family support your craft?
Yeah,
my dad always bought me software and stuff, all of that.
That's what's up.
Do you think that support system really has like helped you in your growth in your music and everything?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, I said that because I watched I think it was Tiana Taylor's husband, I don't know his name,
Mon Shumpert.
Yeah, he was on an interview and he was talking about how, you know, he was saying like a lot of parents, they'll walk into their kid and be like, do you know how hard it is? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how many percentage da. And he was like, instead of like approaching your kid on that, like say like, okay, yeah, but you know you got to work hard. Like, you got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so like as far as your parents go, like, have your parents, how you seen that approach, or what is like your parents' approach when it comes to you and your music?
They tell me, work hard. They always support what I do.
Facts, yeah.
They always support what I do. It's never they believe in me.
Yeah.
They believe in me. They hear my music too. They support me.
Facts. They don't try to like put a cap on you or tell you that's not you in a way.
No.
Yeah. They just support you in general. Like anything you doing, they believing in it.
Yeah.
I feel that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Cause I mean, not a lot of parents are like that. I mean, not a lot of artist parents. I can say definitely that I've had struggle with my parents, you know what I'm saying, and everything. Like my mom and dad and stuff, they've asked me like, why do you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like they've asked me that. So it's kind of been like a little discouraging. Like it almost made me feel like I should do it. Yeah. So that's really interesting to hear that your parents are like really supportive of what you're doing. I think that's really, really good though, because you can hear it in your music. Like your music is growing. Even like, I think we met last summer.
Yeah.
And the tape wasn't even out at that point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you performed one song, I was like, oh yeah, that'll slap. But even from like hearing that performance and hearing that song to hearing like your whole tape, like I seen the growth. So I know that I feel like that has really like played a part in it, because a lot of artists, they put out that one single and then they don't put out any more music because they don't have the support system. Yeah. So as far as your support system go, who all makes up like your support system?
My fans, my supporters, they push my music. My dad, me, you know, just making money to push my music, put it out, you know, building my image.
Yeah, man, it's definitely been cool to see you grow. I mean, I remember when you was like a little kid, like for real, at one crib. Now you know, say you doing your thing. It's gonna be cool to see you when you our age. So I'm excited, bro, to see like more of your growth, and more of your music just get, you know, more evolved.
Yeah.
So there was a Playboy, Cardi. You hopped on one of his songs. Can you talk about that, or is that something you want to talk about?
A snippet.
Yeah,
just a little remix.
Well, can you talk about that situation? Or
you know, I was just bored hopping on a remix.
Yeah.
Did Cardi ever like hear it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Was that like one of the first songs that took off, or?
Yeah, it kind of had a little buzz.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it wasn't the first though.
Nah,
it was the one of many.
What was the first song you said you got some crazy numbers on?
Yeah,
one of the remixes.
Okay,
thanks. So do you think the remixes really started to bring in a lot of your audience, or give you that kind of like that moment, that platform, that time?
Yeah, like a new audience.
Yeah, people who are already Playboy Cardi fans.
And were these like remixes to songs that people already knew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts. So I mean, I really don't have any more questions personally, but just any last words you want to leave with, like the 17-year-old, 15-year-old artists who's like you, and like I said, coming up, because I make these videos for the younger generation. So any advice, words?
Just keep pushing, keep learning how to engineer.
Facts.
Keep rapping. Keep pushing, you know. Just keep learning. Keep making time. You gonna make it, you know. You gotta have that mindset. You're gonna be successful.
Yeah. I feel that. Anything in the future, anything coming out, anything to
a lot of projects are coming out next year. Make Money Young.
Yeah.
Is that the name?
Make Money Young.
That's the name of it?
That's the name. Make Money Young. Cool. Okay, yeah.
We're gonna look out for that. What season you think about dropping it?
Probably next summer.
Next summer?
Yeah. I bet.
Make sure y'all get that.
Make Money Young.
Next summer, man. Sure. All platforms, right?
Yeah, all platforms.
Facts. And they can find you at SUAVE, right?
SUAVE.
SUAVE, my fault. All right. Well, I mean, like I said, I have no more questions, bro. It's been a pleasure sitting down with you, bro, and I definitely look forward to like working with you in the future, bro.
All right.
On different projects, bro. So definitely gonna stay in contact.
All right.
For sure. But hey, that's a wrap. I don't know what camera to look at. Graphic Tongue, we out of this. All right. This is Graphic Tongue, Mamari,
SUAVE,
and we are here to show out. Let's get it.
Pull away F and you know that I'm dumping. Lit up his head just like he a pumpkin. I'm with the big dogs and me stomping. I'm in the Hellcat and I'm jumping. I hit that beach pussy like a dump. My niggas be rockin', we bringin' a pumpkin. I hit a donut, my nigga, I'm dunking. Benny my pillow, I got that bitch humping. I got that Draco, it came with a knife. He tried to jump me, I eating his life. All of my niggas don't go away fights. I got a 30, I'm flying no Skype. I got a Uzi, I shoot from my bike. I got a bitch and her bitch is a dyke. Reeking my jeans, I'm sagging so tight. I got an AK, I'm burning a pipe. I got an APL, look at my nukes. I am a boss man, bitch, salute. I'm making real clumsy like a loop. I busted your grape just like it's a fruit. I'm blowing the nose in the pipe like a flute. I pull away pipes, I'm taking your loot. I'ma go drop the top on the coupe. I get an FN with a suit. I get a big Glock in the shoot. I shoot a straight line, no acute. I smoke a big blunt like I'm Snoop. Alphabet niggas with parachutes. 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 Pull away F and you know that I'm dumping. Lit up his head just like he a pumpkin. I'm with the big dogs and me stomping. I'm in the Hellcat and I'm jumping. I hit that beach pussy like a dump. My niggas be rockin', we bringin' a pumpkin. I hit a donut, my nigga, I'm dunking. Benny my pillow, I got that bitch humping. I got bars, I ain't talking about Zans. I got Gucci and I got other brands. I pull a pen and it's all in my hands. Counting bags, I'm counting bands. I put the beach and she was off Zans. I call him up, she joining the band. Niggas stop capping cause I'm dirty damn. Pink hand ass nigga, I know he a fan. I am the man and I got a plan. I'm counting big bands in Japan. I like the soda, I drink when I stand. I'm rocking triple S, you a stand. I'm busting like coke, bitch, right at the can. Bitch, I'm I'm a rapper, bitch, like Saran. My nigga, I'm lit, I'm taking a bitch. I'm catching a body, I hope he don't snitch. Just play on my LV bag, don't glitch. I got my own swag, bitch, peep my pitch. I'm leaving a nigga like bones in a ditch. I'm on this shit, real prime, no twitch. I'm with my niggas, so we never gon' split. 24 hours, 20 bands I get. I'm fucking this bitch, I better not itch. I'm fucking this bitch, I better not itch. Pull away F and you know that I'm dumping. Lit up his head just like he a pumpkin. I'm with the big dogs and me stomping. I'm in the Hellcat and I'm jumping. I hit that bitch pussy like a dump. My nigga be rocking, we bringing a pumpkin. I hit a donut, my nigga, I'm dunking. Benny my pillow, I got that bitch humping. I got that Draco, it came with a knife. He tried to jump me, I eating his life. All of my niggas don't go away fights. I got a 30, I'm flying no Skype. I got a Uzi, I shoot from my bike. I got a bitch and her bitch is a dyke. Ricky my jeans, I'm sagging so tight. I got an AK, I'm burning a pipe.